Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. It is our co-main event of the evening as Adam Osmoe takes on Shaun Scott.
Let's bring out tonight's co-main event. Introducing first, Shaun Scott.
Shaun Scott has the best walkout music ever. Both of these guys, all of the brothers, national champion gymnasts. They hold a world record for the most backflips off of like a yoga ball or something crazy. But he is one of the most consummate athletes you will ever meet. The other thing is Shaun Scott is a pacifist in life.
Yeah.
But he chooses the world of mixed martial arts as his outlet.
No, very, very dichotomous individual, but comes in, don't let it fool you. When he gets in the cage, he's there to compete.
Now, the thing that I found interesting about this is both of these guys, they talked about training in the interviews that I did, and they talked about training with each other when it was all over. So let's bring out Adam Osmoe.
And introducing his opponent, Adam Osmoe.
Let's take a look here at our keys to victory. Shaun Scott, he has to push the pace. He needs to take this fight into deep water. He is much better in that point. He also needs to avoid the shot and the takedown of Adam Osmoe. Adam Osmoe has to use his wrestling. He also needs to let his hands go and push the pace. For all of this, brought to you by Title Boxing. Now let's take a look at our Supplement Superstore's tail of the tape. Again, both of these guys incredibly similar. Shaun Scott has a bit of a reach advantage, but not by much.
No, he's going to have, I feel, a little bit of a reach, or he does have the reach advantage, but I do feel he's going to have a natural size advantage. He's a very, very big 170. I mean, could make 85 and compete very well. And Adam Osmoe has fought at 55. Just the cut was too much. Jumping up to fight at 70. I think that's going to be physically one of the biggest factors to note, but we've talked about the strength and power of both these guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is tonight's co-main event, a match sponsored by the Home Loan Expert. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the Metro PCS blue corner, a mixed martial artist that stands 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighed in officially at 168.6 pounds. Fighting out of St. Louis, Missouri, Shaun the Gladiator Scott! Across the cage, his opponent. Fighting out of the Metro PCS red corner, a fighter that stands 5 feet 7 inches tall and weighs in at an official weight of 168.2 pounds. Fighting out of Mount Olive, Illinois, Adam Osmoe!
Referee Mark Wassam has the call for our co-main event of the evening.
This place got electric in a hurry.
Quick touch of the gloves. Again, both of these guys very good sports and very athletic. That herky-jerky style of Shaun Scott coming through. Big leg kick.
Yeah, stormed in on that leg kick.
Again, another one. Osmoe looking for the shot, not able to get it off.
Yeah, Shaun actually went high with the leg kick. Osmoe's forearms were in position. Luckily, or he would have ate that one.
Scott has already opened up a little cut under the eye of Osmoe. But Scott is just biting down on his mouthpiece and throwing hands.
Yeah, he's a little bit of a notoriously slow starter, but he's starting fast on this night.
Makes you wonder if all that talk about pace, he's able to try to stuff that shot. Osmoe trying to come up with a high single.
You can already see just from those couple leg kicks, the red marks on Osmoe.
Big takedown from Osmoe, but reversed out of Scott.
Yeah, nice reversal. Shoots it on a low-level single leg. Runs the pipe, gets the underhook.
Scott tries to elevate, they're not able, gets to full guard here with Osmoe on top.
Yeah, Shaun Scott did a good job of stuffing those first couple takedowns. The takedown where he did get it, he scrambled right back up, but Osmoe relentless on it, shot on a low single, then ran the pipe. Now he settles in, he's gonna look to do a little bit of damage from top. But you called it, there's blood everywhere, Jeremy. He opened up a nice little gash on Adam Osmoe.
The thing that I find interesting about this, as I said, these guys are both almost identical. They're both strongman competitors. You know, Shaun has, as I said, the world record. Adam Osmoe, a stud wrestler. Both of these guys, the consummate athletes, just starting to throw damage now is Osmoe.
Oh, Osmoe missed on a shot that looks like it could have went straight through the cage.
Scott trying to get away here, trying to get back up to his feet. Osmoe ties him up, sends him to the cage, got that underhook position.
Yeah, he's got a deep underhook. Look for him to shrug and go towards the back.
Almost trying to shuck there for almost a throw to takedown, but stuffs is Shaun Scott.
And I can't tell if Scott
Here it comes. High risk, high reward, head and arm throw.
Yeah, he tried to muscle a little bit too much instead of sitting the hips, and Scott was able to get out of it. There's that low-level single again.
Scott trying to take an arm here in this position, looking for the arm bar.
He needs to be careful with his head tucked under there. He could transition over and either take the back or hit an arm bar from the far side, but Osmoe seems to be safe right now, but stuck underneath.
Scott almost trying to work the arm slash Kimura position.
Yeah, that's an interesting
Osmoe
angle.
trying to roll here. I think that he's pretty free. It's hard to hit Americana from that position, so we see Scott now trying to sit up, but Osmoe working to drive him forward.
Yeah, with the strength of Shaun Scott, you wouldn't expect that much flexibility, but a very, very flexible, athletic guy.
Oh, Scott looking to take the back of Osmoe.
Osmoe staying tight right now.
Scott still trying to work that Kimura on the right side, but this is a beautiful place to land those elbows. A la Travis Brown in the UFC get with that.
Yes, it is. You can rain those down right to the ear. Even if it doesn't knock you out, it still just destroys your balance.
Minute and 18 seconds here in round one. Osmoe trying to get back up to his feet. Scott continues to pressure forward. Eats one, eats another one.
Yeah, he loaded up on those shots. The first one was a little bit more pawy, but that second one was hips.
Scott just smiles and walks forward, but if you notice, Shaun Scott's mouth is now open.
It is. I couldn't tell whether he was smiling or breathing.
Well, he got hit in the nose pretty hard. That could also be potential.
Yeah.
Osmoe gonna walk him over to the corner. Nice shuck off right in front of his corner. Very smart game planning.
Yes. A la Matt Hughes.
30 seconds remaining here in the first round of this 3-round contest. Adam Osmoe in the blue shorts. Shaun Scott in the gray. Osmoe looking for a straight armbar position.
Yeah, he's working really hard for that straight armbar with 15 seconds left.
15 seconds remaining.
Might be a little hard to finish.
Also, this is where that amazing strength of Shaun Scott comes into play.
Oh yeah, strong enough to just unbind himself with the one arm. Hey.
Both of these fighters laying it all on the line here in the first round.
Yeah, that's a high energy round. High energy round. Even in those grappling exchanges, that's a lot of workload.
Tough one to call, Ryan. How do you see that one so far?
You know, I give it to Osmoe just for the takedowns that he did secure. He was pretty aggressive on a few shots as well from the feet, so I'm giving it a slight edge to Adam Osmoe.
As we see here in our Mattingly Lumber instant replay, the nice carryover to his corner. It's always important to be in front of your corner if you're going to be on the ground to get the advice.
Hey, if you got guys you like to listen to, that's where your best bet is.
Now, how much did that take out of Adam Osmoe?
That's a good question. He's had a little bit of a layoff. Shaun Scott's been staying very active as of recent, so, I mean, it's We're going to see if that high energy first round took a toll on him, or if he's in good enough condition to where he can shake it off and keep up the same level of intensity this second round.
Huge right hand to start off from Osmoe, followed with a left. He is finding a home for him. Scott's trying to get inside. Scott shoots on his own.
Yeah, now it's Scott that wants the takedown. Adam Osmoe meant business with those hands.
Osmoe applying the neck crank here in this position. Shaun Scott fighting the hands, able to break free again. That head and arm position here, trying out of Scott. Got to work for that over-under, get an underhook, do something though.
Yeah, right now Osmoe's winning that clinch game inside. He's got double unders looking to reap him. And Scott just really trying to find any way to angle his way back in and redirect him to the cage.
Osmoe Shucks look for the single again. Working, trying to get the single down here.
Good balance, switches to a double.
Drives down Shaun Scott.
Textbook chain wrestling. Can't finish the single, switch to a double. Very, very wise chain wrestling from Adam Osmoe.
Scott bucks and tries to get himself back into full guard, which he does.
And Osmoe's smart position, head under the chin, controlling the biceps. Shaun answering from the bottom, landing some shots of his own from the bottom, and that pitter patter even from the bottom, it's frustrating, Jeremy.
And not only that, he's working the cut and the eye in the same location that Osmoe has going on. Scott trying to work his hips a bit here. Nice open guards, got to do something with it.
Yeah, Osmoe needs to posture up probably a little bit more in order to, there he goes, body, head a little bit, but needs to posture up some. I say that, but he's winning the round. He's controlling the position.
Osmoe here, again, now starting a little more of the ground and pound action.
Yeah, Osmoe's starting to open up his hands a little bit more on the, lunges in with that almost kind of a shivving elbow. Another one. That one landed flush.
This is where Adam Osmoe is dangerous.
Yep, those powerful, short shots, but loads them up. That's very surprising that last elbow didn't open up a cut on Scott.
The other thing here is that he is putting the head of Shaun Scott on the cage. I mean, literally, it's right in front of us, and it's just grating back and forth.
Yeah, it's a textbook way to stop a scramble. Smash the head.
Cover the mouth.
Yes.
Stop the breathing. And we are down to 1 minute and 30 seconds here in this round. Osmoe starting to tee up.
Yeah, this round, the pace has slowed a little bit. Just all it took was that one takedown. And Osmoe stayed on top this whole time by staying active with these shots to the body, then to the head. And Osmoe hasn't once been in trouble from a submission attempt from his back yet either.
Referee Mark Wassum has warned them he's got to do more action. Here it comes from Osmoe now.
See if he can transition into.
Under 1 minute remaining here, though. As we see, Osmoe now trying to pass into half guard. Again, a great position for a wrestler.
Yes, it is. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. See, and even transitioning into half guard, it could take that referee off your back a little bit, give you a little more time to stay in top position.
Now the top position begins to work.
Sinks in one hook. Let's see if he looks to sink in the other.
Scott, though, they're trying to move and get back into top position, which he does.
Yep.
This is not where Osmoe wants to be with just 15 seconds remaining here in the second round.
No, he didn't stay there long, though. That That was smart. He didn't try to play the jiu-jitsu game.
Right.
He just scrambled to get back up to his base.
Big elbows coming out of Scott, 10 seconds. Another great round here in our co-main event of the evening. Jeremy Johnson along with my partner Ryan Sutton, live from Ameristar in St. Louis, Missouri for Shamrock FC 301.
I was going to say, even though the pace of that round changed, the energy output didn't. There was still a lot of muscle, a lot of energy being used in that round.
There was a lot expended out of both of these fighters, which is why their gas tanks are so important. As we go to the Mattingly Lumber instant replay, Scott himself shoots for a takedown, but Osmoe not having any of it. Osmoe is definitely winning the wrestling exchanges in this fight.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the traditional wrestling background. I mean, he's winning most of these exchanges. You saw him get reversed there a little bit, but scrambled to get back up. And that could end up being the telltale of this fight if he can out-wrestle him in this third round, because as of now, I've got him up 2-0 going into this third round.
Third and final round here in our co-main event of the evening. Adam Osmoe in the blue shorts. Shaun Scott in the gray. Touch of the gloves, a lot of show of respect, and here we go. Osmoe quickly shoots. He knows where he's winning the fight.
Yep.
Picks him up. Big takedown there out of Osmoe.
Went from a low single and slid his way up through the crotch, lifted, used his head to guide him, and a beautiful slam. He winds up in north-south position now.
This is not a good position for Shaun Scott.
No, it is not. And this is a position, too, where Adam Osmoe will get plenty of time to hold on to. Looking for a key lock there from top. Oh, elbow.
Osmoe making his way into side control here.
Osmoe just elbowed the solar plexus of Scott. That's something you don't see very often, but they can really take the air out of you.
Big elbows are being dropped in the crucifix position. A lot of time here for Osmoe to work with 4 minutes left in the third and final round.
Yeah, a lot of time. Referee Mark Wasson warning him.
Because you cannot knee from the bottom to the head. That is an illegal move. He was warned. This is a terrible position for Shaun Scott. He almost has to bench press Adam Osmoe off of it.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to find a way to get that arm free, slip it through. If not, yeah, he's going to wind up in a position where he really just has to grit down and try to press him off. Gets that arm free. And now Osmoe is in. Good hips by Shaun Scott to escape that position. Osmoe just relentless on these leg attacks. Attacks the leg.
But he knows it's winning. That's what he's doing. Every time he slides the pipe down, he gets the takedown.
Yes, and Shaun can scramble up, but Adam's securing these takedowns at will now.
Both of these guys just in amazing shape.
Yeah.
Scott ends up in
almost a twister position
there.
there.
This is a very interesting position. This could be a potential submission.
Yeah,
You don't see twisters often in the world of MMA. There's only been a couple.
Nope. Again, the flexibility of those Scott, most guys would be getting pretty uncomfortable there.
Right, but somebody of his physique too.
Yeah.
But he's extremely flexible due to his gymnast background.
Yeah, that would tear the ribs apart of most muscle guys.
Could you imagine if you're a very muscular guy, it would be the exact same, it would be terrible.
I'd be miserable.
A lot of short elbows here coming from Osmoe on top position. Down to 2 minutes remaining here in the third and final round.
Yeah, that chest pressure of Adam Osmoe is grueling. He's just putting tons and tons of pressure.
Textbook wrestling there.
Textbook wrestling. Make it feel like you got a car on your chest. Scrapes the head.
Osmoe very happy to work here in the side control position as we are down to 1 minute and 30 in this third and final round. Scott trying to work here, but Osmoe just so good with that top pressure.
Yeah, I mean, that's been the story of these last couple rounds, is just the heavy top pressure of Adam Osmoe. Even when Shaun Scott has escaped, has been able to get free space, Osmoe's just all over him again. Oh, Scott takes the back.
This is not where Osmoe wants to be.
No.
What can Scott do with a minute left?
And now he's in a full mount, Jeremy.
But he's got to do something with it. He needs to try to finish.
Man.
Osmoe again able to shuck.
Yeah, that hook is in, but they figured it would slip out. He looked like he was heading that way.
Look at the back control out of Osmoe.
Yeah, he does a great job of, once he gets that back control, making Shaun's carry his weight. But Shaun's hips have been really good. He's been able to scramble out a few times and wind up on top.
Shaun Scott has got to do something with 20 seconds left here in the fight.
Yeah, 10 seconds. The arms of Adam Osmoe look really, really heavy, as they should be after all this back and forth.
Oh, this was a grueling fight.
Man.
What a way to end the fight here in our co-main event.
Yeah, both guys tough to finish, and they went for finishes too, whether it was submissions or strikes.
A lot of mutual respect to there here in this fight.
No, a lot of mutual respect, indeed.
Two consummate athletes here in our co-main event. What a fight.
Oh, yeah.
Going the distance.
Very competitive co-main event tonight. I think, though, Adam Osmoe, that wrestling, too much wrestling, too much pressure. I feel like he's going to take home the decision tonight.
We will see how the judges played this one out. Adam Osmoe looks physically exhausted, as well as he should be.
Yeah, Shaun looks fresh, but he couldn't do much with it when he had the opportunities. But still looks like he could go another 4 or 5 rounds.
As we look at our Mattingly Lumber instant replay, Adam Osmoe takes the back, moving that position, but Shaun Scott does a good job with the reversal. Here we see Adam Osmoe trying that twister position. I mean, something you don't see a lot of, a hard position to deal with. If he could have hooked that other leg,
yeah,
done and over.
Man.
Let's send it up to the cage to Joe Parisi to give us our results.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for these two warriors. How about that? What a fight! After 3 incredible rounds, this one goes to the judges' scorecards. Judge Robin Veal scores the bout 29-28. Judge Rob Francis scores the bout 29-28. Judge Travis Busling scores the bout 29-28 as well. All in favor of your winner by unanimous decision. Out of the red corner, Adam Osmoe!
Making his Shamrock Fighting Championships debut tonight, it is Adam Osmoe taking the win via unanimous decision. Ryan, that's how I saw it on my scorecard.
I added the same score. I think it was pretty clear cut. Adam Osmoe, fantastic job sticking to his game plan, taking home the win in the Shamrock cage tonight. Now, let's see what's to come from him. Does he stay at 70? Does he cut down to 55? Is he going to stay active? I mean, he's got a lot of opportunities in front of him right now.
Well, let's see. But coming up next, it is our main event. It is the rematch as Colton Cole, who won the last one by disqualification, takes on Adam Sella. And we'll be right back right after this.